So I recently just caught up on the first 3 episodes of Ironheart, and bro, the MCU has cooked once again.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
They're on a run right now. I wasn't the biggest fan of her character in Wakanda Forever, but after learning more of her backstory and her motivation, I'm on the Riri Williams train now. It's also fire how she made her best friend that was killed her AI. I just don't understand how she got all the real ones' memories. Lyric Ross, you're doing an amazing job. Just like I expected, the Hood is amazing in this show. He appears to be a criminal just trying to get some bread. But as we seen in that 3rd episode, there's something shiesty going on with him. That squabble he had at the greenhouse going invisible, shooting magic bullets.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody, back to the Marvel Studios 2025 slate. Man, look, this thing has been a train wreck from the word go. It has absolutely been a disastrous years for Marvel. It hasn't slowed down whatsoever. All right, now we're on Ironheart, and Ironheart, in my opinion, is going to get this epic fail stamp applied to it. At least that's what I think it is, but we'll let you guys decide on the nightcap when we cover episodes 4, 5, and 6 next Tuesday, and we'll put it to the poll. We'll let the folks decide. Hey, what do you guys think? Do you think it's an epic fail? Is it what the fuck? Is it trash? I don't think we can call it a flop because flops are really meant for movies. It's not scrapped or on hold. So it's either epic fail, what the fuck, or trash. All right. It's definitely trash. All right. At the bare minimum, but it might rise to the level of these other two. All right, however, look, we got to talk about this right here, man, because everybody was crying and complaining about review bombing, and like Rotten Tomatoes heard the call, and they said, all right, we got to remove all of these negative reviews and allow these positive reviews to flood in, and it boosted it all the way up to a 70%, Remember, it was at 32%, started from the bottom, and then it went all the way up to 70%, and everybody was cheering, see, it's really a good show, all right? Well, now the audience score has begun to plummet yet again, and of course, they're crying review bombing yet again. None of that's going to work. None of that's going to work. Now we're sitting at 59%. So it went from 32 all the way up to 70, back down to 59. I said it's going to crash out somewhere in the mid-50s. It might actually drop below that. But the reason that it's not going to go all the way back down into the 30s, in my opinion, is there's a lot of positive review boosting campaigns. We talked about that on the last video. If you guys didn't see that, I'll link it up here. I was talking about it. It's like, there's a lot of review boosting campaigns where people are going out there, creating brand new accounts, probably 6, 7 accounts. All you need is an email address. So if you got multiple email addresses, you could create multiple accounts, and you can go give this thing 5-star, 5-star, 5-star all day long. We saw a lot of that. And we'll continue to see it with these shows because, look, a lot of these people are just locked into the ideology of supporting black stuff no matter what. No matter how bad it is, we got to go out there and support black content. Even if it's trash, all right? I saw Kata had posted this up on his YouTube, right? Somebody had made this reply. I'm assuming this is on his video. I hadn't saw this reply. But bad-mouthing black women on a video about a superhero, whack, all right? And then Kata came back, using Riri's skin color as a shield from criticism doesn't work over here. Show is trash, and everyone knows it. Exactly. It has nothing to do with skin color. It has everything to do with, this is just bad. This is just bad. If it was a good show with black people in it, we would call it out. All right? It's just like with Sinners. Love Sinners. Sinners is phenomenal. Everybody talks about Sinners. One of the biggest success stories of the year. And full of black people. Ryan Coogler did his thing. So it has nothing to do with black. It has nothing to do with women. It has nothing to do with skin color at all. It has everything to do with show is trash and everyone knows it. All right. She could be purple and the show would still be as bad as what he ended up saying. Yeah. But again, there are people out there that just because the character is black or there's black people that made it, they got to go out there and clap like baby seals for something that they know is hot garbage.
I just watched the first 3 episodes of Marvel's new show, Ironheart, and I gotta say it. This show is pretty good. And I'm gonna be fully transparent, bro. This is coming from somebody that wasn't hyped to see the show at all, whatsoever. It probably wouldn't be most anticipated this year. Top 10, you know what I'm saying? But So far, so good, man. Let's get into it. Episode 1 was a solid first episode to this show, man. If I was giving it scores, maybe like a 7 out of 10, 7.5.
Are you stupid or something?
But the second episode of Ironheart was also pretty solid too. Probably about the same rating I give the first one, like a 7.5. There's a lot of character building and a lot of little ambiances about this episode that I really like. Especially Joe McGillicuddy, aka who we eventually learn is, spoiler, Obadiah Stane's son. Yeah, major part of this episode was just getting to learn more about the crew. We got Slug. There's honestly too many names. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you though. It's a pretty cool crew though. They got some personality to them, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not like super obsessed with them. I don't care too much for them, but they're cool. I'm not mad at it. My biggest takeaway from this episode, though, other than the fact that they let Riri Williams be the smartest person in the show as much as they can, is how mysterious the hood is, bro. At the end of this episode, I was like, yeah, this is my favorite storyline by far.
Oh, Tony Stark would have loved you! Tony Stark would have loved you! You will pay for taking that predecessor mantle. If you don't like Ironheart, you might be racist. You might be racist as fuck, brother! Let me give the people the benefit of the doubt, right? There are definitely some lackluster performances. But even in the washed down chemistry, there's not a single dull moment once Riri Williams gets on screen. This is really her show. And it happens to be in the perspective of a genius young black woman who wants to be able to bring to life whatever she can imagine. And that's so unknowingly Tony Stark, simply because they both just happen to be geniuses. I talked about it in the video attached to this. The one thing I needed to see in Ironheart was them bringing back the central piece of the MCU, which was tech genius. All the issues in the MCU really only start just because Tony Stark wanted to see if he could. Except for the first original Avengers mission. We were missing the Tinkerbell of the universe, and now she's finally here.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but is Marvel's least marketed show possibly, quite possibly, one of its best? I'm not talking about like top 6, top 7. I'm talking about top 5, top 3, top 2. Can't be top 1 because it's not done yet. But it's from the first 3 episodes, we are moving in that trajectory of it being one of MCU's best. And god damn it, I'm proud to say I love this thing. Some of the things that I absolutely adored from these first 3 episodes. One, I absolutely love how they're telling Riri's story. And what I mean by that is, essentially, I love the way that they are introducing the things that have traumatized her or that are traumatizing her from her past and still staying with her very presently in this present day time. But I also like how they're showing how those things from her past are affecting her, how she's moving forward with them or trying to process and move forward with them, or how she's doing the lack thereof, not processing things at all, as her mom was pointing out, and how it's just adding into these integral parts of the actual story, really developing.
Oh man, I got a headache just listening to that shit, y'all, man. That shit is absolutely infuriating. Look, we got to stop doing this. We got to stop caping for shit just because it's black. All right, defending garbage just because it's black. I was talking about this. It's like defending your cousin, you know, for being on some bullshit, you know, living a life of crime and drugs or whatever just because he's your cousin. Nah, you can't defend that shit. I know that's family, but you can't defend it. And a lot of people do that, man. They want to defend black people just because they're black. And it's like, we're never going to get quality that way. We're never going to force people to absolutely step up. All of these black writers and directors and, you know, artists and everything, we got to make them step up. Like, yo, step your game up. Nah, this ain't good enough. This ain't good enough. All right. Trying to call people MAGA trolls. All right. Oh, the MAGA trolls are attacking Disney's Ironheart. But here's how black internet is fighting back. How black internet should be fighting back is saying, yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, but the MAGA trolls are right. Right. They're not even trolls. They're just normal people. I know plenty of people that saw this that have nothing to do with MAGA or conservative viewpoints. And they said, bro, I saw the first 2 episodes. I couldn't finish. I couldn't go to the 3rd episode, which is hilarious because the 3rd episode, honestly, is the best episode of the entire season. I've seen all 6 episodes, and the 3rd episode is the best, in my opinion. You know, it's downhill from here, okay? But, yeah, you got to stop defending this shit just because it's black. Some of them cats like, look, one of them dudes is like, oh, these women are attractive. Just like, all right, maybe that's the reason you're defending it because, you know, you like Dominique Thorne. You think she's cute, and the other chick, I can't remember who that is. Maybe you like them. Maybe you think they're hot and, oh, okay, fine. But at some point in time, it's like, look, y'all are hot, but this show is not, all right? This show is hot garbage. That's what it is. All right, y'all are hot and the show is hot garbage, and we're going to call a spade a spade. No pun intended. Please stop. We're going to call shit what it is. Look, it is what it is. Some of this stuff is just not good. And the root, you're not helping. You know, you're not helping any of these black artists, these writers and directors. You're not helping these people by saying, oh, it's good. Oh, it's just trolls. That's the reason that this thing is sinking all the way down to 59%. It's the MAGA trolls. Like, I guess, look, am I a MAGA troll? Am I a racist? Like the young lady in there, you might be racist. Like, well, shit, I guess I'm racist. Like I just got through saying, we look at other stuff like Sinners. I say, hey, man, Sinners was quality, man. It was great. Had a great time. There's other movies and television shows that we should be throwing our weight and support behind. To kind of guide everybody. Hey, do more of this. This is where you need to be, black directors, black artists. But, you know, again, just seeing something that's trash and calling it trash, we should be able to do that as black people, as any color. Like, everybody should feel completely 100% safe to call out bullshit when they see it, instead of, oh, you know, you must be a troll, you must be a racist, all right? What should have been a momentous occasion for the MCU turned into an ugly online spat thanks to some racists. But again, it's not about racism. It's about, is this good or not? You know, again, going back to what Kata said. Yeah, the skin color shield is not working anymore. All right? The bigot shields don't work. If it's garbage, it's garbage. I was thinking about this. You guys remember this movie? Y'all remember Pootie Tang? Look, Pootie Tang is fucking garbage. It's all black people in it, okay? But it's garbage. We should be able to call it garbage. We should be able to say this is trash. We shouldn't have to try to elevate Pootie Tang to some great movie just because, you know, oh yeah, it's based on the Chris Rock skit. You know, it's got Wanda Sykes in it and Lance Crawford. Oh, we should elevate this up to some, you know, great status. You know, like, yeah, if you go back and look at it, there's some weird charm to it, but it's still a terrible movie. It's the same thing I say when it comes to Jurassic World. All the Jurassic World movies, they're terrible movies, but you can still have fun with it. But yeah, when it comes to Ironheart, man, this ain't even dumb fun. It's just dumb, all right? And honestly, it really makes me wonder, like all of them videos that I just showed you guys of everybody clapping and cheering for Ironheart, saying it's the best thing since sliced bread. It's like some dude say it's top 5, top tier Marvel MCU on television. Would they be saying all of this if this wasn't a black show? With these same black creators, if these were all white people in the show, you know? If Riri Williams was, you know, Valerie Williams, or I don't know. If it wasn't Riri, if it wasn't in Chicago, and this show had the exact same dialogue, plot points, all the same crap, would these guys have been out there clapping and cheering and praising it? I think you know the answer. I think you damn well know they would not be doing all of this. It's only because she's black. I think the worst part about it for me is that the show just isn't aspirational. But besides the fact that the writing is terrible, all right, the dialogue is terrible. Look, we've seen bad shows before. But the real problem is it's not aspirational. It just dives into every single black stereotype you've ever heard of. It's like that's all these writers and directors know how to do. They only know how to do stereotypes. They don't know how to write something aspirational. Like we were getting the Cosbys back in the 80s, all right? We had the Huxtables, you know, an actual functioning family. You know, we had Family Matters, like actual functioning families. And now it's like we're regressing back to single parents, you know, drive-by shootings. The crazy thing, we was talking about it, I was saying with T, like Riri Williams has no desire to go out there and try to figure out who killed her family. She's just selfish. She's in it for herself. You know, when she gets her best friend back through an AI, the first thing she wants to do is erase her, you know, because it's black pain and black grief. It's like we're just regressing, you know, in the community. So I'm kind of tired of it, to be very honest with you. I mean, this is just a regressive show. It's not aspirational at all. Let's show more black people doing witchcraft and weird shit. Yeah, let's show that side of the black community, you know. It's just a terrible show, man. I don't find any redeeming qualities in it at all. The writing, directing, the acting, all of it's bad. The story is bad. Nothing's good here. So, yeah, but anyway, look, let's refresh one more time. Is this thing dropped anymore? Nope, still at 59%. I think it's getting down into the mid-50s in my opinion. But you guys let me know what y'all think about this situation. Are you enjoying Ironheart? Are you having fun with Ironheart? You know, in a way I am, but then in a way I'm not. Because it's kind of depressing to see, like, black people caping and cheering for some bullshit show that had little thought to it, a character nobody cares about, got elevated. There's an opportunity to do something great. They do something terrible. And it's just going to continue until we demand better, all right? I'm talking to the black audience right now. We need to demand better. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Go ahead, jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.